welcome back to another episode. This is number 26, I believe, and we're kind of rounding the corner here on the Nacelles. As you can tell, I've been working on them, and I got all the putty work done, and I've puttied, sanded, and the rest of it, and ad nauseum, and they are primed and ready for paint. So I'm hoping over the next couple of days that I can get these all painted up and attached. Because once they're attached, we'll have a ship that actually looks like a ship. So these nacelles didn't turn out perfect. They're pretty good, but the high-lows were really huge on them. So I had to do a lot of putty work to eliminate them. And even then, sometimes in the right light, you can see a little bit of a divot. But with paint and Aztec decals, that should cover up a lot of the problems. So keep in mind that they don't have to be absolutely perfect. They just have to look good when you're looking. If you're always going to have mistakes. You're always going to see your mistakes, but most people are going to look at your ship and go, "Wow, that's amazing." So do the very best that you can, and it'll come right along. You can see in that light right there, you can sort of see the seam, but you move it up and then it disappears. It's kind of weird how that happens. Those seams are so big. So I did the best I could with what I had. So hopefully they won't show up too badly. I actually looked at my old ship to see how I did on this one. And even on this one, even though I haven't looked at it in a long time, you can still see the ghosts of seams there, just a little bit. But like I said, if you're not looking for them, you don't see them at all. They're Aztec and they disappear. So try to keep that in mind. People aren't looking for your seams. Now, granted, if you have a Grand Canyon in there, everyone's going to see it. But if you do the very best you can have a pretty nice ship without it. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go out and throw some pearl white down on these puppies and see how they look. After that, I just need to do all the detail painting, clear coat them, and then put on the decals. One thing I still have to do though is assemble these. These are my little fins, and I have to do the other fins. The reason I didn't attach them before I put them together is the other fins are blue back there. So I wanted to paint those separately and then put them on rather than have to mask everything off and sort of paint them. I did that on my last one and it was a real pain. So I wanted to give it a try this time, doing it after the fact. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know if it's terrible or if it works. So anyway, more later. All right, we have pearl white down. Woo! And it's so pretty and so shimmery and so neato. Everything looks really, really fabulous. My little fins are down. These had a huge seam that had to be puttied, but they turned out really good, both of them. They're not glued in. They're just sitting in here so that they don't rip the wire out that does the RCS thruster. I still haven't painted the little fins yet that go underneath them. I'm starting to mask off the outer chiller grills here. The instructions call for black, but it was sort of a blackish silvery black color. I'm gonna just do flat black on this one. That's what I did on my last one, and it looks pretty good. So your mileage may vary. You can do whatever you like, but that's what I'll do. This I already got one masked off. Got to do the other one, and then we can paint those, and then we'll do all the little details, and then we'll be ready for decals. Oh my goodness, boy, it's scary when you start coming to the home stretch. I don't know what I'll do, so hang on, and we'll show you where we are once we get some paint down on these. Be back soon. All right, it has been a little while. I've been doing some painting, as you can tell. The nacelle pieces are about halfway done, a little more than that. I also painted and put on the fins and put on these little wingies here. I haven't painted the RCS thrusters yet, but this is one of the reasons why I mask all the pegs and things whenever I do painting. I didn't mask these here where they go in, and these are so tight they're not glued. I had to actually tap them in, so They're all press fit with both the fins and this. There was enough paint to where it just holds it in, so I'm not really going to worry about it because they're in there tight as a drum. So as for the fronts, all I have to do is paint up these little guys, and inside these I got to do the black inside on the top and the bottom, as you can see. But yeah, so far so good. In fact, I think that's all I have to do is those bits, and then it's time to do clear coat and decals, and then we can put them on the ship. Whoa. So yeah, coming right along, looking good. The grills here I normally do like a flat black with a little bit of silver mixed in, but in this case I just did flat black because I didn't feel like going to all the trouble. So there we are. And I still haven't removed the grill masking yet, which I'll probably do here pretty quick because I'm pretty much done with airbrushing, so they can come off. But yeah, nacelles are almost ready for decals, and once they're done with decals, we're gonna stick them on the ship. So one thing that I wanted to kind of leave up to you guys, when it's time for me to do a base, I actually thought about just using this base here, because the whole idea behind this ship was sort of the poor man's refit. But Jerry at HTA Model Works said, hey, how about I make you a base for that thing? And I went, let me see what my viewers think. So viewers, do you think I should actually have a base made, like a really nice plexiglass laser cut base for this thing, or should I stick with my guns and do the stock base up as nice as I can? So whatever you guys decide is what I'll go with. How's that sound? So leave a comment, let me know what you want. All right, let's keep going on these, and let's see if I can get the painting all done and get ready for some decal work. Oh yeah. Okay, hello everyone. So it has been about a month since I filmed last time. And what happened, it's sort of a long story. This it looks like I'm where I was. However, I had a disaster happen. I had everything all painted and everything looked great. And I went out to put down some clear coat, and it was too hot and humid in my garage when I did it. Normally it's warm in there, but it's not hot. Well, summer in Florida happened. So that happened, and I think I put a little too much down, because what happened was it started to eat into the plastic and it melted a lot of the paint away. It was a really weird reaction. I have never seen anything like that before. But yeah, it was a total disaster, and it was very crushing. And for about 2 weeks, I just put the thing down and didn't even look at it, so because I was so upset. So, but like anything in modeling, every single big model I've ever done has had a setback of some kind. My first refit, it was the rec deck windows. When I pulled the tape up, it completely ruined the paint over there. That was a learning experience in and of itself. And here it's going to be the warp nacelles. So they were actually damaged so badly that there are spots where it's going to show through no matter what I do. So I was able to sand out a lot of the problems, and I had to do a little bit of filling here and there to get them back. And they came out okay. They're not as nice as they were, but they're okay. They'll work. This is a very important lesson for modelers who are new, in that if you have a disaster, just remember it's just plastic, it's just styrene. You can get through it with perseverance and a little bit of cussing. So I am now back. I had to repaint the whole thing. I went back to primer on them. I had to sand and paint or sand, putty, paint, and everything again, and all new colors. So it's all been repainted again, and we're back to where we were. There's one spot on here, yeah, right there. See that? Yeah, that's some of the damage that was done that I couldn't get all the way out, and it was really, really awful. So I didn't film any of it because I was, to be frank, too upset to even pick up the phone and go, oh my god, look what happened. So yeah, this was my disaster on this one. I think it's still going to turn out okay, but yeah. Oh, fun. So anyway, we're back to where we're now ready to clear coat these. But it's been so long since I put up a video. I'm actually going to just put this up now. And for the next video, we'll have them clear coated and decaled and ready to go on. So hopefully we do a little bit better than that. But yeah, fun times. I didn't realize clear coat was so cranky. So yeah, live and learn. Next time that will not happen. So I will make sure that doesn't happen. I guess this is how I learn new things, as I ruin my models by by my learning process. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I didn't really get as much done on it as I had hoped, because I basically went from I'm puttying the nacelles to I've painted the nacelles to now I've repainted the nacelles. So next time we'll do a lot more. So I hope everybody's doing well, and hope your projects are going well, and we will see you in the next video.